Oh, now then, my friends, if you missed my last video, by the way, make sure you go and see it, because it's I went on these cable cars at the back of me here, and I go over what I believe is a deserted fairground. So is that like a scary sound? No, probably not. Anyway, we're going down. We're in BENALMADENA. We're going to head down towards the Drunken Sailor, where we went the other day for a breakfast. But hey, how you doing? Where we went the other day, viewers, where we went the other day for breakfast. But today we're actually going to go for meat pie and chips, because it's what you want in 30 degrees heat. But I got to tell you, the meat pie looks fantastic, and it's a Scottish couple that own it. If you haven't seen the breakfast, head back and look at that one, and also don't forget, go and look at this cable car one, because I know if it's not got a bent sausage in it or some fish and chips, then it doesn't tend to get watched as much. But believe me, this is a great video. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Now you know the score, my friends. Let's go. You know, I'm in a bit of a predicament, because I went to the Drunken Sailor the other day, as I said, and I had the full English breakfast there, and I saw two dishes there. I saw the meat pie, which looked amazing, but then in weather like this, I always love a Plowmans Lunch. I've done one at Jeremy Clarkson's farm, I did one in Mansfield, and I love a Plowman's. And I'm thinking, I've started off the video now saying it's going to be a meat pie, but I don't know. I'm like, do I go for the meat pie, or do I switch it now and do a bit of a Plowman's Lunch, because it looked absolutely amazing. I know I'm going to have both while I'm here. I mean, if I have the Plowman's today, then I'll go back for the meat pie. I love a Plowman's, and I saw one and it looked wow. So I don't know, what would you have? Pop it in the comment section down below. You know, if you're going to come over here, there's a lot of steakhouses that have been recommended, but you might be better off coming off the beaten track and having a look at a place like this. Let's have a look at the prices. You see everybody there talking Spanish, so I'm guessing, I reckon that's going to be a really nice place to eat, rather than going to sort of like the touristy places. But you may have been. Let me know in that comment section down below. Oh, right. Got to stop for a minute. I need hydration. Blimey, it's a warm one today, but I tell you what, I'm not whinging, because Caitlin, my daughter number 2, FaceTimed me this morning. They always FaceTime, don't they, kids? I'm like, what are you FaceTiming me for? Why don't you just ring me? I'd got like nothing on. I had to like quickly pull on some shorts and stuff, and she was like, oh, you alright? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I said, I'm alright. I said, what's the matter? And well, I won't go into it, because she might not want me to. It's boyfriend things, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so I won't go into that. But I says, oh, it's boiling in. She showed me out the window. I don't know. Do you know? I forgot what I'm talking about. I'm just babbling on. But basically, the weather back in the UK is pants, really. So I'm not moaning, that's it, that's where I'm going. There you go. I'm obviously getting dehydrated. I think it's going to have to be a Plowman's. It's a bit warm for a meat pie, isn't it? Ooh. I'm undecided. I don't know, what would you have? Pop it in the comments, come on. You know, I've had a few questions in the comment section saying, who films your videos? Is there somebody else that films your videos and edits them? And there isn't. I film, I edit, I present, I do the graphics for the thumbnail. I write the hey, hey. I write the sound like that. Have you seen Little Britain where he goes, sing the theme tune, write the theme tune?
They want me to star in it, write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
That's basically me. That was Dennis Waterman, wasn't it? They did a thing of Dennis Waterman, sing the theme tune, right? Anyway, that's me, so I do everything. And also another question was, are you ever worried about anybody stealing your camera when you leave your camera there and you walk by? And the answer to that question is no, because you've got to get the shot. So whatever it is to get the shot, then you've got to get it. And Casey Neistat said this, who's a vlogger that I watch. He doesn't do any vlogs now. And he also always said, never ever let your equipment get in the way of your creativity. So no, I don't. If somebody nicks it, then unfortunately they nick it and I'll have to get another one, which would be a bit of an inconvenience and cost, which I don't really want, but you can't let it ruin the shot. Anyway, there we go. Come on, onwards. Come on, I told you, don't want anybody to nick it. Can't afford another one at the moment. Saying that, I've just ordered the new iPhone 15 Pro, because I'm recording on the iPhone 14 Pro Max here, and I've got an iPhone 14 as well. I have 3 iPhones because I use different angles, and a lot of people say, oh, what camera do you use? And they're always surprised when I say I actually use iPhones, because sometimes I can take it off. I have a tripod with a fluffy mic on. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll actually show you, because a lot of people have been asking me what it is. So if I take my camera here like this now, and I just video this for you, you can actually see, there we go, that is what I'm recording on. So that's my camera there, look, with a little microphone on there, and a tripod. So I actually record on iPhones. I do have professional cameras that I use, what I used when I was doing corporate video. I've got like a Lumix GH5 and a Sony as well, but they're too big and they're too bulky, and when you go into certain places I take the phone off of the tripod and I just go in, and it's less obtrusive, and you sort of like, if you go in with a fluffy mic on and a tripod, people go, oh well, you're filming, you can't film here or whatever. But if you've just got your phone with you, they don't seem to mind. So there's my method in my madness. Onwards, my friends. Hey, there's a park here, look. You see, this is what I mean about exploring and stuff. I think he's lost his head. I think I might have to have a mice cream. I think I might, that's a new one, isn't it? I think I might have to have an ice cream, a mice cream. Cats might like them if it's a bit warm. Anyway, I might go for a Magnum. Magnum. You can't beat a Magnum. Magnum Classic. When I was getting down, they were the locals. I thought, yeah, they're all Spanish here. Until the guy in front of me had got Sheffield Wednesday tattooed on his back. And I heard the Yorkshire accent. In fact, it's over there. So brought me back down. I thought, yeah, I'm heading closer to the sea now. I almost shouted Leeds, 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 but I thought, no, you're bigger than me. Anyway, come on, onwards. We're all friends around here. Oh, I know where I am now, back at the Windmill roundabout. In my head I'm thinking, oh, I'm alright now, I know where I am. Now I am Cyril, aren't I? I am that Cyril and Ed that I always mention. Cyril and Edna. Oh, it's good to be back on familiar ground, isn't it, Cyril? Oh yeah, it is, Edna. At least we know where we are now. I am that. I've turned into Cyril. Come on. This is where I had the steak up here as well. It was nice. Rodeo steak. It was good, apart from that chip on that plate. One of the guys there who's selling the knockoff bags there has just said to me, as the price, as the price. And I said to him, I'm sure I was recording, I went, mate, you're not kept with the times, mate. It's Aldi or Lidl now. You're never going to sell anything saying it's as the price, are you? I mean, that's extortionate now. Come on. Right, here we are, back at the Drunken Sailor, my favourite place so far. Absolutely great food. In fact, it says great food, great views, great memories. Couldn't have said it better myself. Come on, onwards. Oh, right, so it's absolutely packed at the moment, really busy, and can't get a table, so I thought I'll just have a quick cider, refreshing, and then I'll try and wait for a table. That's how popular it is in here. It's a fantastic place to come, honestly. Like Drunken Sailor, I mean, I wish I was stopping closer because I'd be in here every day. Right, so I was in a bit of a quandary, and my mind's been all over the place today. It's been steak pie, and it's been Plowmans, and then steak pie, then Plowmans, and I spoke to Bobby behind the bar, and he said, oh, you got to go for the steak pie because it's homemade, and they do the puff bit over the top. You're going to say that it's not a pie, by the way, because I don't think it's got sides on it. But then I wanted the Plowmans, and there's a lady behind the camera there who said, you got to go for the steak pie. So this lady made my mind up for me. So I'm going for the steak pie. After all that, I'm going to go for the steak pie with chips and mushy peas and bread and butter. And I'm going to wipe up all the gravy with the bread and butter because apparently that's a Scottish thing. So I'm looking forward to this, and I'm going to have to come back now for the Plowmans. So there we go. Don't forget, I mean, I know we're going to mark this out of 10, but I've seen it, so I can tell you now it's going to be a 10 unless there's something drastically wrong with it. But I've seen it, and the food here looks absolutely amazing. So I'll tell you what, boom, happy days. I love this place. Right, okay, stop there because we've got Wendy, Helen and Matthew here. And they've gone for the Plowmans. I think I should have gone for the Plowmans. You've gone for the burger as well, which looks excellent. But I've got to come back for that Plowmans. Now I think I've gone for the... Oh, no. What's going on here? Look at that. I think we need a thumbs up for that one. Oh, I'm going to have to come back for that Plowmans now. Even the lady who said, oh, go for the steak pie. Now you're saying that I should have gone for the... It does look good, that Plowmans. I'll tell you what, I've been undecided today. Undecided. Just means I'm going to have to come back. What a shame. Cheers. Look at that.
Go, my darling.
Oh.
Steak pie, Drunken Sailor style.
Right, my friends, so I have gone for the steak pie. Now, I know this is going to be controversial because we're going to have some people say It's not a pie because it doesn't go around the edges, because we've got the nice puff pastry on the top there. However, you can give an argument there with that, because you could say, is a shepherd's pie a pie then? Because that doesn't have sides and a base on it, does it? To me, I like this, and that this is all homemade, by the way, and this is what I like. Just look at that puff pastry there, absolutely fantastic. We've got the gravy there as well, extra gravy, the chips that are lined up like a railway track. We've got the carrots there and the mushy peas, and we've got the gravy, which is really thick gravy, my friends. So before we go any further, you know the score by now, take a closer look. Right, I'm not going to do too many angles of this because I just want to enjoy it, to be honest. Wow, ouch, them peas are really hot. Okay, now I know my mushy peas, by the way, so I'm going to taste these mushy peas. Yeah, them mushy peas are absolutely fantastic. I've still got some gravy left as well. What I do like about it's all very well presented as well, isn't it? Exceptionally well presented. The bread, nice and fresh, I can tell that. Let's cut into this puff pastry here. The steak under there, the pieces of steak. Wow, just look at that. Oh, no, I'm actually glad I had this now. I'm gonna have to come back for that Plowmans though. But wow, oh my word, talk about flaky pastry. That is going everywhere. It's really flaky. Just look at that puff pastry. Oh my word, it's like tissue. It's that. Look at that. That is unbelievable. Literally, it's like tissue paper. It's that light and fluffy. Wow. Right, we got the chips. It's like crunchiness to the outer. Look at that. Just look at that. I don't want to drip gravy on the on their tablecloth. There we go. Look at that. Fantastic. The veg cooked to perfection. You know what? I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm just going to, hey, I heard you there saying good. The amount of steak in here is, oh, wow, look at that. This is unbelievable. I don't want to drip it all over the table. There we go, look at that. Fantastic. Right, I'll eat this. I'll come back to you and mark it out of 10. Wow. Right, okay, we'll stop right there a minute because I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I was saving the bread until the end, however I'm going to put some ketchup on there. Saving the bread and butter. I'm going to take the bread and butter, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these chips, I'm going to make myself a controversial chip butter here, and put a bit of ketchup on it, and also put some mushy peas on it. Hey, you can get me in the comment section down below, but look at that. Oops. That's proper. Right, I'm going to mop the rest of this gravy up and then I'll see you guys outside. You don't see me eat any more of this. Boy oh boy. Wow, speechless. And for me, it's a bonus, isn't it? For you. See you in a bit. Right, well, I can wrap this one up really quickly because I can tell you what, it's a bold statement to make if I say that that is the best place to eat here in BENALMADENA, but I'm going to make that statement because on behalf of about 5 or 6 couples that I've spoke to in there, they've all said the same, and they're regulars here in BENALMADENA, and they've said that it is their regular place to come and the food you cannot beat. The pastry was unbelievable. It was like layers of tissue paper that when I cut into it, if you went, it'd be like magic dust just blown away. It was so light. Plenty of meat in there. The gravy was nice and thick. It wasn't thin gravy. The veg was great. The presentation, the chips were lined up like a railway track. And above all in there, the couple that own it put their heart and soul into it. And I believe that really adds to it, because you can do a job and you can have a business and you can have a pub or a bar or a restaurant or whatever, but if you don't put your heart and soul into it, then it shows. They put everything into it, and the amount of hours that they work and days that they work is phenomenal. I think it's a 10 plus all day, every day. And if you come to BENALMADENA and you don't go to the Drunken Sailor, then you're missing out. I love it. There's not a lot more I can say. I was in such a quandary though. I'm going to have to go back and have the Ploughmans because it looked phenomenal. But there you go. It's a 10 plus, the Drunken Sailor. If you come to BENALMADENA, head to the Drunken Sailor and get in there. Book your table because it gets busy. Honestly, I spoke to about, it was 3 or 4 couples. As I say, who were regulars. One from Ireland, one was from down south in England, one was from, a couple of us from Scotland, and some had their apartments back here as well, and they go there all the time. So there you go, the Drunken Sailor, BENALMADENA. Make sure you give them a visit and try that steak pie. Oh, unbelievable. Oh, suits you, sir. See, where's that come from? No idea. Hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.